Okay, so this is for reminders. Anyway, so we are up to the mixing or the post-mixing stage, which is a thing that I like to do because you can only get so far on a main DAW, and then you've got to kind of think of what you're doing after the fact. So here, very first off, we have the main vocal. And what I like to do is I like to come along and in relation to all the other tracks that we'll talk about in a second, I like to come through and do what I'm doing here. I like to just select and then bring up the individual gain just to make impact in relation to what's happening into the music. Because sometimes it's important on certain key elements. Just coming here in here, raising and accentuating these little parts in here just to make as much impact on the lead vocal. And same thing here with the backing vocals, coming in here, just adjusting the gain to suit. And here we can see where I've taken and just cut out this vocal, and I've basically come down here and done a little bit of a dip there because it was just doing too much of a thing with the piano. So I just wanted to dip the high mids a little bit there. Okay, and you know, also with the main track, which is the music down here, so we're working in 3 parts: main vocal, backup vocals, and music, so the instrumental track. And so with the instrumental track, I like to put a just a bit of cutting out the noise there. There's no noise on this, but doing a mastering, just a little bit of smoothing of the high frequencies and that sort of thing, just to give it a nice tape feel. So that's really good. And I also like to come through here and do the same thing with the vocals. The male vocal warmth is another good preset for the main vocals. Okay, and so the actual chain that it's looking like everything's sounding really, really good with. Oh yeah, here's one very important thing before I get into this. The Vocal Rider plugin is an extremely important program. It basically does what it says. It rides the vocals just as you would if you're mixing on a big desk, or just, you know, it just gives you that automation there that you wouldn't normally have just doing mixing it in a box. I don't like to use automation, by the way. I don't find it very intuitive at all. So if something that can do that automatically for me, I'm all for it. So Vocal Rider on the main vocals, Vocal Rider also on the harmonies, and yeah, pretty much keeping the target within range of what you want it to come to. So yeah, so the chain is looking like this. We have, first when we import, we have Vocal Ride stereo full. And then we have the Abbey Road plates. Now, this is probably the best reverb for the job because I'm after something that's sounding sort of Motown-ish, sort of just, you know, a nice old reverb, but, you know, pretty lush as well. So that's cool, and I've got a whole bunch of controls down here. I still haven't figured out quite, but, you know, dry and wet at about, you know, 8. Pre-delay, we want a little bit of an echo and delay before the actual reverb kicks in. So that's pretty cool too. I can play around with that a lot and get a cool effect. So yeah, Vocal Ride, Abbey Road, reverb, and the J37. So that's pretty much it. That's the chain, and it's sounding pretty darn good. I don't think I need to do too much more to it. I believe it might be ready for the guitar and maybe a little bit of synth, and then it's done. Honestly, not wanting to pile too much more on this mix. I think it sounds fantastic, and I'm really excited to get it released. Okay, thank you very much for tuning in.